Harrison Lemon III, can you unmute yourself, please?
Maybe 7.
I think so, too.
All right, guys, buckle up, because this case opens with tension already in the air. The courtroom is trying to settle, but you can feel something big coming. The defendant's confidence and the judge's sharp focus set the tone instantly. This intro sets the stage for everything that follows, and trust me, it only gets more intense from here.
And good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harrison Lamont Bay here on behalf of Harrison Lamont III.
Okay. All right. So let's call the case. We had an issue with summons and a jury. Where's the trooper?
You know what, Judge, unfortunately, I told him it was up tomorrow. I don't know what I was thinking. I said we have a jury trial Friday.
It was up tomorrow.
Oh.
But this was the final pretrial to see if it was going to work itself out, but it's not, I'm sure.
Oh, because he just called me and asked me if he needed to appear, and I said, no, I can call him right back if you...
He's in here.
Well, just,
Let's call the case.
Which guy is here? Okay.
Let's call the case. Let's put this all on the record.
I'm sorry.
The city of Detroit versus, strike that. This is the state of Michigan versus Harrison Lemon Bay the third. Case number SX 4195968, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Call on behalf of the people.
All right. Trooper Shields, can you put your appearance on the record for me, please?
It's Trooper Butchkaya who's on Lemons, and he's the one who called me, and I told him he didn't have to zoom in because it's
okay. Very well. Okay, very well. Mr. Harrison Lemon Bay the third, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Harrison Lamont Bay, spelled all lowercase HARRISON space LE space MON space BEY. That is Harrison Lamont Bay. I am the surety on behalf of the principal debtor, Harrison Lamont III, spelled with all capital letters. For the record, Your Honor, I'm not familiar with the Harrison Lamont Bay III.
All right, guys, now things begin to shift. The judge starts questioning the defendant, and suddenly the room grows quiet. Every word feels heavier as the defendant tries to control the narrative. You can see the defense trying to stay composed, but cracks begin to show. This moment sets off a chain reaction that shapes the rest of the hearing.
It sounds like you're very familiar with them. You spell it out. You said I'm Harrison Lamont Bay the third, or Harrison Lamont Bay on behalf of that and the surety of that. I mean, you sound like you're very familiar with them.
Your Honor.
Sound like maybe I would guess that your mom probably named you Harrison Lamont Bay when you were born.
Your Honor, the name Harrison Lamont Bay III is a name that I am completely unfamiliar with. If this matter today is related to a name that is Harrison Lamont Bay III, I'm not authorized to speak on that name. I'm not trying to bring any type of controversy to the court or anything like that. I'm just simply here to be able to settle this matter and settle the charges and bring this matter to a close. That's it.
All right. Well, we can bring the matter to a close by taking an offer. We can give you an offer, Ms. APA Cole. You want to give Mr. I don't know how you want to be referred to, but Mr. Harrison Lamont Bay III an offer. You want to take that offer, we can satisfy it like that, or we can satisfy it like we had set for a jury trial. And the note that we received this morning was that from nobody's fault here, the court did not summons a jury for some reason or another. That's why we're not going to have that trial tomorrow. So we can schedule it for another jury trial if that's what you want, Mr. Without knowing how you want to be referred to, Harrison Lamont Bay III.
Your Honor, again, just just to be clear, Harrison Lamont Bay, here on behalf of the principal debtor, Harrison Lamont III.
Buckle up, guys, because here the tension spikes. The judge presses harder, and the defendant's responses become less steady. You can practically sense the frustration building between both sides. This is where the courtroom dynamic switches from calm procedure to something far more unpredictable.
Okay, so Harrison Lamont Bay, what would you like to do?
Your Honor, I'd give the court notice. I'd really, I'm just looking for a plea of release today. Will you grant a plea of release?
No, I'll deny that. Okay. So how else you want to proceed? I gave you the two options: taking a plea or going to jury trial.
Do you disclaim the trust?
I don't know what that is.
My name is granted to the court for future return with my interest. I gave the court notice, and I'm here again simply just to be able to settle these charges and bring this matter to a close.
Okay. And I gave you the two ways you.
Pardon, self. I'm not looking to overspeak you either. So.
No, I'm sorry. I gave you the two ways that you can settle it. You can settle it by taking a plea, or you can settle it by going to jury trial. I'm assuming that you want another jury trial because you said that the first time. But you got the option of Ms. APA Cole giving you an offer of taking a plea.
Just for the record, Your Honor, this is Paula Cole on behalf of the people. It's my understanding it's just two charges today: no operator's license and no insurance. And there was a violation of basic speed law, but that was an informal hearing. I just want to make sure I have the charges correct so that Mr. Bay is aware. And certainly I would be willing to work out an offer with him if he is interested.
Yeah, 16 to 20 in a construction zone.
Is that an informal hearing, or is that up today as well with the other two?
Well, if it's in default, I don't see any reason to set it aside because it's just, you know, when we're you know, it just befuddles me how the sovereign people come in and they say that the court has no jurisdiction over them. And I guess you can make that argument, but the simple thing I ask in these cases is how, if the speed limit is 25 miles per hour, can you just go 50 and nobody can say anything to you and nobody can stop you and nobody can pull you over? If you run over a child, nobody can do anything to you because you're sovereign? I don't understand that.
Your Honor, I keep hearing, well, two things. One, I heard, pardon me again, I did not, I missed the name, or I don't want to mispronounce the name of
APA Cole.
ADA Cole. I heard her make mention of an insurance matter. This is the first that I've heard of.
No, it's not insurance. I think she misspoke on the insurance. It is a no ops, no operator's license, so no driver's license. It is a speeding ticket, 16 to 20 over in a construction zone. It says you were doing, the allegation says that you were doing 55 in a 35 mile an hour zone. And then it's no plate, no expired plate.
Oh, I apologize.
So that corrected is corrected. All right, go ahead.
For the record, I did not violate the sole intent and spirit of the law. Nobody was injured and no property was damaged, Your Honor.
All right, guys, this is where the real pushback begins. The defendant tries asserting unusual legal claims, and the judge is not having it. You can feel the entire room shift as confusion rises. This back and forth becomes the turning point where the judge starts tightening control of the situation.
I understand that, but they didn't say any property was damaged. They didn't say that that was the allegation. They said the allegation was that you were speeding 16 to 25 in a 16 to 20 in a construction zone, and they have you. It seems like they used the device to track your speed 55 to 35 in a 35. So it is laser. It's laser. So it's one thing if you suggest that wasn't me, they got the wrong car, or I wasn't there. It's other thing to suggest that the device is miscalculated and it wasn't working properly. I don't know what else is other defense that you could raise, but those are just two off the top of my head. And then, but other than that, I mean, other than outside of any other defense, do you say that you could just go 55 to 35 mile an hour zone?
Your Honor, again, my name is granted to the court for future return with my interest. Now, I hear you make mention of sovereign. I've heard you make mention of that term sovereign.
I mean, you may not be claiming sovereign. I don't know. That's just what I hear most of the time when I hear these arguments.
Buckle up, because things get heated here. The defendant continues challenging the court, and the judge's patience begins to fade. Every sentence lands sharper than before. This is one of those moments where you can't look away, because you know something major is about to break.
Your Honor, I'm a friend of the United States, not neutral, not anti-government. I physically reside, not statutorily, in the Union State in a non-military occupied area without the territorial jurisdiction and without the District of Columbia. I don't have a personal military, so I depend on the United States for protection and security found in Article 4, Section 4, making me subject to those protections. I spend a lot of time learning on how to comply with the law of both my creator and my government, not defiling and opposing those laws.
All right, guys, the judge now steps in with authority. The tone changes completely as the courtroom is reminded who's in charge. You can see the defendant's confidence shake, and the tension becomes almost physical. This part shows the power shift unfolding right in real time.
Okay, so you depend on, let me stop you right there. You depend on the government for protection, right? Did you just say that?
That is correct. I did just say that.
Okay, so you depend on the government for protection. So the government is saying they're protecting other people because Mr. Golson depends on the government for protection. APA Cole depends on the government for protection. Attorney Harris depends on the government for protection. They want to be safe, and they want their kids and their families to be safe. So when they cross the street, people are abiding by the speed limits and the laws of the government. Why do? And I'm not suggesting that these allegations are true, but let's just say for the sake of this argument right here that they are true, that you were born 55 and a 35, right? How are you able to do that and not have and suffer any repercussions and nobody else can?
Your Honor, I can't speak to that fact.
Okay,
again,
so what do you want to do?
I am simply here because I am looking to settle this matter as easily and as amicably as possible. There was a charge that was brought against a name that is in trust, and these proceedings are damaging rights to possession, title, and interest in a private trust that only Inherent Equity has the sole exclusive jurisdiction to recognize. It's not so. If this is not a special court equity and it does not have jurisdiction over non-statutory trust here today, and I know the parties of the trust, and none of the parties of the trust are here today. That's why I came in today, looking for a plea of release and to settle this matter in good faith.
Hey, look, hey, I'll tell you what. I might not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I'm probably that went way over me right there, Mr. Bay.
Buckle up, because this part hits hard. The judge issues a final warning, and the defendant realizes the consequences are no longer theoretical. The atmosphere tightens as the reality finally sinks in. Everything that has been building throughout the video peaks right here.
Let me ask you this. You submitted this as an exhibit, sir? Did you submit these as exhibits? Is this your, this license plate picture here?
I can't see what that.
This is, it's labeled Exhibit C, page 1 of 1. It's got a Nissan car with a US dot 3940755 on there. Foreign, national, non-commercial, the Moorish Empire. Is that your plate?
Your Honor, that is the plate that is attached to the conveyance. Yes.
Okay, that's your plate, right?
Yes, that is.
Okay, where did you get this? Where did you get this plate from?
Your Honor, the car has attached to it a Department of Travel number.
I asked you, where did you get this plate from, sir? I didn't ask you about the car. Where did you get the plate from?
That's a private matter, Your Honor.
You submitted it as an exhibit.
I did submit the plate as an exhibit, Your Honor. I absolutely submitted that plate as an exhibit because it does speak to the fact that there was.
Okay, so on your exhibit, I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you responsible for the registered plate. I'm going to fine you $145 for that. So that matter's over with.
All right, guys, this final section closes the showdown. The judge delivers the last decision, and the courtroom settles into a heavy silence. Whether you agree or disagree with the outcome, it's clear everything led to this moment. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
Now we're dealing with the no ops and the speeding ticket. Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to set a jury trial, or I'm going to give you an opportunity to take a plea on those two other matters.
Your Honor, so what you're saying is that there are now specific charges attached to each of the claims that were brought against the name Harrison Lamont III. Is that correct?
Yes, that's all I understand.
So upon tendering payment, I've given the court notice of subrogation and substitution. So upon tendering payment, those rights will be honored, correct?
I don't know.
Those rights be honored?
Upon tendering payment for the $145, then that'll cancel out the no registration. Upon tendering payment of $170, that'll cancel out the speeding ticket. And the other matter will have to be adjudicated. Because the one misdemeanor will have to be adjudicated, and the 2 civil infractions you can just pay and then close them out like that. And I'm gonna find you responsible based on your exhibit for the expired plate.
Your Honor, I did not see any visit of an expired plate. Your Honor, I was issued a ticket for an expired plate with the plate number EJL. The name was issued a ticket for the expired plate number EJL 7110. Is that correct?
I guess so. Go ahead, Counsel. I don't think he wants any representation.
I'm sure that he probably doesn't, but you're suggesting that he would have to pay a speeding ticket, and it sounds like that would be points. I don't want points associated with that. That would be bad. He doesn't
want. Do you want Ms. Harris to represent you, Mr. Bay?
Your Honor, I'm not looking for any representation.
Can we have a discussion in the breakout room? I don't have to represent you, but I just want to give you a little bit of assistance. Can I give you some assistance? Are you okay with that?
And Attorney Harris, you know that is in default, the speeding violation. And I would object to setting it aside at this point.
It's on the docket for today.
Your Honor, I hate to insert myself into this case. It is not my business. But if this person in front of us is not Harrison Lamont III, we just need to capious Mr. Harrison and move on.